Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Memento Futurum podcast. This is Vanessa, your host. And today, it's just me. Normally, we have a guest, and I was really feeling inspired to have a solo cast. And after, you guys can hear, my voice is a little hoarse, but after a few weeks now of some sickness, my voice is back, and there's a lot of energy moving. And I really wanted to speak to it and to bring my intuition to a collective tarot reading with you all. So, yeah, just taking a moment to drop in and to feel where you are in this now moment. Just taking that sacred pause. If you are listening to this while you are driving, just be really mindful as you start keying into the energies, stay focused. I always like to say that because when we're talking about energy transmissions or readings, we are tapping into psychic energy. We are tapping into heightened energy, intuition, spirit. And it's really good to be really mindful about the space that we're in, that we're receiving that information. So, a few things. We are just past this eclipse window in Virgo. We're all still probably feeling it. We're still integrating it. Virgo eclipse that happened on Sunday was really about clearing, big clearing, and big time health things might be coming up for people. I know it has been for me, the whole eclipse window. And, because it had the relationship to the South Node, this eclipse was extremely karmic, past oriented. So, a lot of things might have come up from your past. They might have brought forth old things that were ready to be cleared, ready to close the door on, close the chapter on, right? And to move forward with. Through the year, since we started the year, we'll just say in January, the Gregorian year, or you could say, the solar year beginning in the spring, a lot has transpired in the collective. A lot has transpired for you personally. I know that every single person I know is going through something really profound this year. And, this eclipse window really brought an opportunity to bring all of that to culmination. It was seen as, or is seen as, like the big karmic sweep of the year. And I don't think it's fully over. So that's why I'm speaking to it right now. Because just a day after, so this was yesterday, we had the equinox. And if you're in the northern hemisphere, it's the autumnal equinox. And if you're in the southern hemisphere, it's the vernal equinox or spring equinox. And when we have this sudden, or not really sudden, rather like a very close relationship with a moon, an eclipse, an equinox, the energy is really, really intense. And then yesterday we also had Mars moving into Scorpio. So the energy for the next few days could be seen as volatile. It could be seen as unpredictable. It might bring forth energies that make things a little bit more charged. Emotions are on high. There might be a predisposition to fights, arguments. And I feel like this has been happening since the entire eclipse window really began on like September 1st. So just framing this reading with that astrology. And the message I kept hearing in the inspiration to have this solo cast was, what do you do when the world is falling apart? What do you do when the world is crumbling? Who are you and who do you become when the collective is moving at such a rapid pace and there is so much coming to light about what has been going on in the underbelly, in the infrastructure that has held up these systems, these people, these foundations, and it's just truly entirely crumbling. And a deeper reflection is, who are you, inside of all of this? And so today I want to speak to that through the tarot. So we pulled some cards, and I want to start with a special message that came through because it was brought to me that way. It was just like, this was just a little inspirational peek, which was the Ace of Cups, which was about love and relationships and beginnings. And it's quite a soft energy. The Cups is the water, and the Ace is the first spark. So we have this reading really beginning with or initiating with this Ace of Cups energy of this season, bringing some type of new beginning in the arena of love and relationships and romance, or your own relationship to yourself and your intuition. I want to say, I haven't said this yet, that this reading is for really the next 6-ish weeks. I really pulled for the entire season of fall, but I felt very keen to pull from now, the equinox time, to Samhain, so Halloween or 10/31. And then the energy feels like it really shifts after that. The time, I would say that's the second half of the window of fall, because Samhain is the harvest, the full harvest festival. And then you go into this real deepening as you approach the solstice. So there will be another reading from Samhain to solstice, and that's its own window. So anyway, so the timing. So this first spark of love and new relationship. And I want to say it's like new relationship to yourself and to everyone around you. Because when it comes to a world that is crumbling, we don't need more violence. We don't need more harsh energy. We don't need more of us pitting ourselves against each other and our beliefs and division and all of that. We need to come together. We need to come together, and that only happens outwardly first when we can come together inside of ourselves and be gentle and soft with ourselves. So Ace of Cups brings a special message of love and relationships and romance, and this might be happening, yes, in new budding love partnerships, but I want to bring this first spark of the waters to you as an inspiration for you to embrace softer waters. The waters are the emotions, and you could have a rocky water, right? Rock in the boat kind of water inside of yourself. Or you can have placid water, clear water, not muddy water. So what kind of water do you want to have inside of yourself? How are you relating to your emotions? And keeping things really level, really clear, and not letting outside influences rock you. I just finished the Calm and Clarity Reset, which was a free reset that I offered through my newsletter, and we had a little chat container on my free community Discord chat. And one of the main instructions that I was given to share was getting off social media for the last week as we were preparing for the eclipse. And so many people responded with that had such a profound effect on them. And so it's so important right now to be mindful of what you're consuming, not just food, not just your beverages. What kind of media are you taking in? What kind of information are you feeding yourself? Does it serve you? What kind of conversations are you having? What kind of friendships do you have? Who are you surrounding yourself with? And being really mindful of that. It all plays in, and we live in a very overstimulated world. We were not meant or designed to have so much access to the information that we do. Our nervous systems on a biological level were only designed to have 150-ish connections, which would have been about the size of your average tribe or village. And if you think about that, the amount of people and energies that you're coming in contact with on social media on any given day, and then in your daily life, far surpasses 150. So be clear about that with yourself. Okay, moving into the reading. I pulled for each of the elements of the zodiac elements. So I want to start with the water. So this is for the Cancers, the Scorpios, and the Pisces. The card was the Hermit. This is a major arcana card, and I think it's important to note that because major arcana cards have a meteor energy to them. There is something that's a little bit more grounding, maybe hard knocks. It's not as fast moving as maybe one of the minor arcana cards. Hermit's all about healing. It's solitude. It's inner work. It's retreat. So maybe you've been going through a really charged time, or the energies have been rocking you. Next 6 weeks now through Halloween, take more time for yourself. More time to reflect. More time to really comb through yourself. This card is associated with Virgo, which we just came out of Virgo season. But there is something with Virgo about combing through the fine-tuned details. And water signs, embrace this time for you to recharge and to replenish. And to really ask yourself the deeper questions around what it is that is serving you and what it is that's creating energy leaks. People, places, situations, conversations, tasks, jobs, whatever it is. But be mindful of that. Okay. Fire signs. So this is for my Leos, my Sagittarians, and my Aries. You have the Fool card, another major arcana card. So this is big energy. This is energy that's probably going to take you through the digesting through the next 6 weeks. You have the Fool, which is about big leap, bold leaps, potentials. This is the 0 card in the tarot. This is the beginning of the Fool's journey. And so you might feel like you're starting over right now. Or you might feel like you're starting something new, starting a new project, creative projects, ready for a new job, ready for a new venture. This could be a really financially abundant time for you, fire signs, as you take new risks and as you embrace new energies. I would say a message here with this card for the fire signs is to have courage. Have a lot of courage and faith in yourself that as you take that unknown leap, you will be supported. You will be supported every step of the way. The central seed inside of this card is trust. Do you trust your leap? Can you trust your leap? Knowing that there is the ignition, there's the energy behind it to take the leap. Where is that inspiration coming from? If not from your own soul, your own self, right? And so getting really centered and grounded in your self-trust that you can take these bold leaps and make these big changes, and there is big reward for you. Okay. Earth signs. We had 7 of Wands. Keywords here are challenge. It's courage. This is a fire card. This is a minor arcana card. So earth signs, over the next 6 weeks, you might find yourself digesting this pretty quickly. You might move through this pretty quickly. When I see the 7 of Wands, there's something here about kind of a little grist for the mill, a little irritation in the oyster, in the realm of your inner fire, your spirit. So when I see challenge and I see courage, there's something here that is getting maybe a little irritated, but it's for the best. It's for your highest journey. And so it's like, okay, if you're feeling like you're coming up against the challenges, you feel like you're needing to bolster your strength and your courage to be able to get through the conflict or the hardship. It's like with the 7 of Wands, lean into the fire, lean into your inner fire. And, the direction of the fire, the element of fire really relates to the adolescent, relates to like the inner teenager. So like imagine that inner teenager who can rebel but has that like kind of fearless nature of I'm headstrong and I know what I want to do and I know I can do it, even if maybe not all the things are fleshed out. That's okay. But like lean into that teen spirit that propels you forward. You don't have to see it as reckless. I don't see the 7 of Wands as reckless. I see this as a card that asks us to trust the fire inside of ourselves and the passions and the things that bring us alive inside of the conflict, inside of the challenges, inside of those moments that really they're asking us to show our true colors. Like, are you who you say you are? And can you get through this challenge? Yes, you can. Of course you can. But how are you going to do it? And how are you going to architect that? In what way? What strategy? So earth signs, this is a time. So earth signs, if you don't know your earth signs, sorry, Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. Okay. So yeah, get grounded inside of the spirit. And then you have our air signs, Geminis, Libras, Aquarius. You have the Chariot, another major arcana card. So a little bit of a more dense card, might take you the whole 6 weeks to digest. Journey, success, progress. This is gas in the tank. This is the fuel to achieve your dreams. It's a chariot, right? It's the vehicle. What road are you taking? What path? You know, they say all roads lead home, but what path are you taking to get there? This is the central question with the Chariot. And so it's exciting energy. There's a lot of energy behind this card. And so, you know, the air signs have been going through it, and the astrology has really reflected that, that it's really hit a lot of the air signs. However, it's like, this is a time of abundance. This is a time of harvest. You know, this is the season literally for it. What are you going to do now with the newfound power? What are you going to do now with the newfound fuel? And like I said, what road are you taking to get there? So that requires a little bit of strategizing, a little bit of slowing down, a little bit of methodology, right? And air signs can't, you know, they're flighty. We can be, I'm an air sign, so I'm projecting, but you know, Aquarius is the senior, so has a little bit more overarching view, a little observer, a little detached. You know, Libra is the adult, so there's more maturity. It's, you know, the scales, it's justice, it's weighing things. And then Gemini is like social, and it's a social butterfly, and it's very, very fast moving. But can juggle a lot of things at once, and it's an incredible superpower. So yeah, air signs, it's like picking the path, right? And just reflecting on that, and maybe how you've done things in the past, right? Leaning into that South Node with the eclipse energy. How did you do it in the past? Maybe how have you left that behind? And now how are you going to do it in this new chapter, this new season, this new way? Okay. Overall card for this reading is the Strength card, major arcana card related to Leo. Courage, control, strength. This is about embracing the medicine of the lion, which, you know, lion, incredible strength, can hunt, can go for the goal, right? The prey. But it's going to sleep under that tree until the perfect moment. So there is a message of rest with the Strength card, and that you gain strength by recharging, by not, you know, spinning your wheels and burning yourself out, but by leaning into rest and knowing when the right moment is to jump. And I think the central message behind this card is a message around the intuition of the lion, the instinct. Because knowing that moment of when to jump, when to move, when to act, so you're not burning yourself out, that is the highest discernment. I'm just feeling it if there's anything else I need to say. Yeah, I would just say it takes a lot of maturity to be in that space with the lion. You know, the elder lion has seen more, has more experience and wisdom, right? The young lion's probably going to burn themselves out a little bit. So I just feel like in the balance of the card, of the Strength card, it's like you've probably felt this, doing too much, taking on too many projects, saying too much, you know, for all the different reasons that people do things, people pleasing, trying to fix things, trying to hold things together. You don't need to be the glue for everything. So leaning into your strength and leaning into your own inner reservoir for your power, right? And letting that shine through, letting it move into all of the places of your life as you embrace more rest, and how it really replenishes and supercharges all of the things that you're touching. And I think that can bring a lot of gold. That's all I'll say for now. So thank you for listening to this collective reading for the autumn season now through Samhain. And I just want to let you know, if you don't know yet, there is Dream Garden Flower Essence Club. It's now open. I'm so excited for this. I'm creating a new flower essence blend every single month that is tailored to the season, it's tailored to the astrology, and it's tailored to the collective energy for October. So if you want October's, please sign up by September 26th. But October's is called Veils, and it's all about walking between worlds and really embracing the new earth vibrations that are coming in and helping to support you in your journey for really reclaiming and walking in strength with all of the gifts of all of your lifetimes. Because why did you come to this earth? Why did you come here? You are here for a divine reason, every single one of you. And this is a remedy to support your path, to support your life purpose, especially in these now times that are so dynamic and so complex, and how we are really between worlds of letting the old crumble and welcoming the new. But how do you facilitate that bridge? This remedy is support for that. So if you're interested in that, please sign up. It's on a sliding scale. So I'm trying to make this very accessible for everyone so that you can get remedies direct to your door. Each package comes with poetry and mystery messages, and it's super luxurious, and it's truly my artistic, mystic genius at work. And I'm very excited about it, as you could tell. And yeah, I'm just really, really excited about it, and helping you to receive from that. Oh, I was going to say, it's on a subscription basis. You can unsubscribe at any time. So if you were just interested in having, that essence of the month, because that's the one that calls to you, you can totally manage that on your own through the account. And yeah, be well. Sending so much love your way. I'm always here if you need a session or a reading or some energy work. I'm always here to support. And I hope that you are having a wonderful day wherever you are. We will talk soon. Okay, bye.